These men are fitting blocks of stone between two metal lines. They fit them very carefully. They have to be even and level. The stones are called cobblestones. The men are making an old-fashioned street. Years ago, streets were all made of cobblestones. This one's called Tramway Street. There's a weather vane. It shows an old tram. Before the days of buses and cars, people travelled on trams. The trams ran on metal lines like trains do.
Don't forget, this is a working site. It's a working museum. So keep your eyes open and don't walk into danger.
These children are visiting the Tramway Museum. A museum is a place where you can see things that are not in everyday use anymore. A bell warns the children that a tram is going to move. At the museum, the old trams are made to look like new. But trams like this one ran in lots of towns and cities over 50 years ago. These trams need electricity to make them go. The pole carries electricity from the overhead wires to the tram. You have to climb a winding staircase to get to the top deck. The top deck is open. There's no roof to it. The seats are made of wood. If it rains, they won't be damaged. Let's watch the tram driver. He's going to fix the long pole to the overhead wires. There's one place in England where trams still run. Can you find out where it is? The children watch some of the trams being cleaned. A double-decker. Here's a single-decker. And this one comes from another country. This was very useful. It was used for men to stand on to mend the overhead wires. It was pulled along by horses. So were the very first trams. Then they used a steam engine to pull the trams along. Electric trams came later. Outside, the men are still working on the road. This man is breaking up lumps of tar. This is a tar boiler. It has a big fire underneath it. The lumps of tar are put into the tar boiler. The boiler heats the tar and makes it melt. When it's hot and runny, it's put into cans. Then the hot tar is poured carefully between the cobblestones. As it gets cold, it will harden and keep the stones in place. Listen to it bubbling. This is what the children have been looking forward to. A ride on a tram. Some of them choose a single-decker. At the end of the line, the driver tells them what to do.
Right, this is the terminus. This is where we turn round and go back the other way. Now, instead of like a bus where you stay in your seats, we're going to turn the seats over. You three, come and sit on here. You pull that seat over. Push that one over. Unlike a bus, a tram has two ends. Right, now I've got to go to the other end.